Welcome to webnewsjax. This is May 24th, 2011. Okay, I hope you all are having a good day, and we have a lot to cover here today, so I'll get to it. Congress right now is working on enacting an extension to the dreaded Patriot Act. And you know what that means. The Patriot Act is an act where government just subordinates the Constitution, and they can spy on you like Stasi spies. They can tap your telephone. Don't need judge, don't need any type of warrant, no grand jury. They can tap your telephone. They can do secret raids on your house and plant evidence and go through your things. Yeah, isn't this just wonderful? And on the face of this post, this is a really good one. I've got Dirty Harry Reid flipping his middle finger out at you, the American people. Yeah, that's what these leaders, and that's what Dirty Harry Reid thinks of you. He flips his finger out right at you. Wow. Is that a load? I mean, things have gotten to the point in this country where these leaders they think they're above us, you know? Just like President Barack Obama doesn't even think that he needs congressional approval to keep bombing Libya and to just keep going on with action that he described in the beginning that was going to take days has now been into months. And we're still no closer to resolving issues with Libya. And when we do finally send ground troops in there, you know, Muammar Gaddafi is going to use chemical weapons and everything else, and it's going to turn into one of the dirtiest conflicts and one of casualties the United States has had here in recent times. I mean, you know, we've had cakewalks. Iraq, Afghanistan, those are cakewalks compared to somebody that has chemical and biological weapons and that's crazy enough to use them. You think Saddam Hussein was crazy? You got nothing on Gaddafi. Trust that. Anyway, in other news, we have our hero, Corsi, who is going after the Obama administration's lie of a birth certificate with both feet in the barrel. I mean, he is just ramming at him, and he seems to think that he has enough evidence to file criminal forgery charges against the White House. That's pretty big. I hope to God he goes through it. But, you know, we have a problem here in this country right now. We have a big problem. We have a court system that doesn't follow the Constitution, that wants to rewrite the Constitution. Just like an Indiana court and Kentucky court now has followed suit, saying that the police don't even need a reason to come in your home. They can just kick the door down, go in there. You cannot resist. If you resist, then they're going to put more charges on you. This is what I call a dictatorship. There is no Constitution. As long as this Patriot Act looms, court decisions such as this will just keep going because they've got carte blanche right now. There is no law in this country. This country is rotten to the core. If there was a law, don't you think that Obama would be forced to expose his real birth certificate so it could go under some real scrutiny? There is no law. He is not upheld to the same standards as you and I are. You and I couldn't even get a passport with that funny birth certificate. You know, there's other charges that are being levied against Mr. Obama, like using forged Social Security numbers. Wow. I mean, look at some of the things that are coming out. This mobster president that we got, he's all mob connected. All these Chicago mobsters and New York mobsters, they're the ones running the country. What do you think Goldman Sachs is? It's just an arm of the mob. These globster mobsters, they're all interconnected with the banksters. It's all one big union that is rotten to the core. One big group of people that have no respect, no caring of law and what's right. They make their own laws to serve them. It's just so sad what this country's become. We were once a great nation. We were once a thriving country. But no longer are we. Now we are an oppressed people living under a totalitarian government that is very mirror-like to Nazi Germany. Look at what's going on. But you sheeple, probably not the ones watching this. You're probably not sheeple, but the sheeple out there don't care. They're in a stupor. They don't even know what freedom is. They've been conditioned to accept this tyranny. They don't know what they've lost because they are living under the illusion that they've never had it, that there never was any freedom. We live in a police state. Walk down the road. If a police officer wants to stick his hand down your pants and search you, he can. If he stops you for your ID, it's not papers, please. It's, I need to see some ID. And if you don't show the bastard your ID, the son of a bitch is going to take you to jail for walking down the street. That's what kind of society we live in. What's happened to America? What's happened to the American people? We don't have any backbone. We're not protesting any of this. Why aren't people marching in front of the Congress right now and trying to get this Patriot Act stopped? Do they like being spied on? Do they like losing all their civil rights? Do they like Harry Reid sticking his middle finger up and telling them what he thinks of them? Does American people really like this? Do I live in a country of sheeple? I mean, I go on Facebook. People won't even read what I write. I mean, on the web, I'm a sensation. I mean, my site is viral. I get so many hits, it's pitiful. But you go on Facebook, people are supposedly acquaintances and friends. They're dead. They're dead in the head. You can hit them over the head with the truth and they can't see it. They're so brainwashed by this government, by the fluoride in the water that has dumbified them. People, we have been dumbified, stupefied, trained to be sheep, ready to be herded up by the New World Order into a FEMA camp to be disposed of like the trash we are. Because any people that have any power that would put up with what's going on now, all this lawlessness and corruption, and would not hold anybody responsible, deserves the fate they get. I feel like a preacher. I come on here almost every day and I try to get people to listen. I try to get people to understand what's going on, but they just don't get it. They just don't understand what's at stake. They want their children to be slaves. They don't want their children to have any future. They don't care about jobs and prosperity and the good old American way. They just want to sit back and let the government self-destruct our society. Even the schools. You know, the schools are just going to hell now. I mean, we spend all the money we have on wars, on occupation. Oh, doesn't this sound like Nazi Germany? Isn't that what they did? Let's see here. We're occupying Iraq. We're occupying Afghanistan. Oh, and we're bombing the hell out of Libya. And even after warnings from the Chinese, we're bombing Pakistan. Still yet, more attacks by drones, killing 7 more people in Pakistan. We just want to start World War III. We did a false flag attack, I fully believe. against that Pakistani Air Force base. But hey, we just destroyed planes that we gave them. You know, why would the Taliban be worried about the Pakistanis having technology to monitor submarines? Does the Taliban have submarines? Has the CIA went as far as to issue the, I wouldn't doubt it now, the Taliban submarines? I mean, oh my God, people. This is just getting thick. And you know what's worse? You know what the worst thing about all this is? You people are buying this bullshit. You're buying right into it. You're buying what the media is selling you. The same media that was paid by stimulus money. Millions, billions of stimulus dollars. ABC, NBC, on and on and on the list goes. Paid to be mouthpieces for the government propaganda. In fact, CBS has a CIA operative writing and scripting everything that goes through there, and it goes down and filters to the other networks and goes to your local news. They control everything you hear. Everything. You think they're going to tell you the truth? You think this government is going to tell you the truth? The same government that lied about the Kennedy assassination. The same government that lied about the Gulf of Tonkin. I mean, do I need to go on and on and on? The same government that can't keep a story straight about the Bin Laden murder. Oh my God, how many times has that story changed? By the time your president was on 60 Minutes, the story had changed so much that they almost shouldn't have aired that because its credibility was at zero. There are serious problems going on, and nobody is waking up. Nobody is realizing what is going on except a select few of us, but we're labeled conspiracy theorists. The truth is labeled theory. Lies are labeled truth. That is the reality in today's America. If you lie, if you cheat, if you're a piece of junk, unless they want to make an example out of you because you pissed somebody off, like our friend Strauss, whatever the heck he is, that dipshit from France. Strauss, Hans, or Hans Strauss. Hans Strauss. The globalists just wanted to make an example of him. He was just a doggone throwaway. You know, they didn't want him to be president of France. No, he was actually sympathetic to the little people and wanted to do just a little bit of good. Just a little bit. Oh my God, the globalist banksters couldn't take that. You want to help the world? Oh no. And he wasn't a puppet for the good old USA, who's a puppet for the globalist elite. The people controlling the world, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Queen of England. Those are the people that are pulling the strings, that are in control. Then you got your second tier of families like the Bushes, the Clintons. They're just groveling pieces of trash for the New World Order. It just sickens me, and nobody sees the truth. Just like chemtrails. Look up in the sky. You can see them. The government has admitted they're doing it, but people just don't get it. They don't get it. They just don't understand that they're real. I can go on all the rants and raves, show you all the evidence in the world, and you won't believe it. Just like the Mars anomalies. Go back to one of my posts on webnewsjax about the Mars anomalies. There is definitive proof that there's some type of intelligent force, or was, on Mars that created all these things. I mean, you don't get perfectly shaped hearts, faces, and buildings that are T-shaped with doors. I mean, this stuff doesn't happen in nature accidentally. People. But yet, the mainstream just don't get it. They're brain dead. And